You try to restrain me, but if I use my fascia, I'll take you off balance. If I call again, if I would go like this, see, you've let go. No, this is no good. So you don't want to twist them so far that they realize this is game over, right? What I want is to engage his fascia enough that I got a connection to his body. So I now feel this in his shoulder, I feel in his legs. He still feels like he could resist me. So he's not letting go just yet. But I got him and I can move him like that, right? So I want to get just a little bit, see? I got it. So all right, thanks for helping me. So we're just going to talk about something about fascia control, how to affect someone with fascia. And in the beginning of training, I say go harder, go stronger with it, as long as you're targeting the fascia. And then, but in application, you're going to be more refined than that, and I'm going to show you exactly to what extent and how. So this is a quick sample. So in the beginning, we said that if you want to touch their fascia, so this is their fascia, not their bone. The classical saying is 刺皮不刺骨, meaning you pierce the skin, don't pierce the bone. So if I get his bone, he could resist easily. If I get his fascia, he cannot resist me easily. In the beginning, you don't have to go so light and be so mystical. You could just find the fascia and lean into him, and that'll be effective. And so later, when we come to application, we're going to refine this. Let me show you what I mean. So if you grab onto my arm, okay, and so don't let me move you. So you're holding onto me. We're wrestling, and you're pinning my arm down. So type of situation. I want to break free from your hand control, right? So I do a technique like this kind of thing. I'll escape. But if you're trying to restrain me, then you'll give me resistance. You try to restrain me, but if I use my fascia, I'll take you off balance. However, there's a sweet spot to how I do that. If we're actually opponents and we're going to punch each other or fight each other, right? If I twist this to a certain point, you're not going to hold on because you know that this is no good for you anymore. You'll just let go and grab me again a different way or something like that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if I over twist you'll let go and we're just in a different situation. So I don't want to get to that situation. What I want is to engage his fascia enough that I got a connection to his body. So I now feel this in his shoulder, I feel in his legs. He still feels like he could resist me. So he's not letting go just yet. But I got him and I can move him like that. So there's a sweet spot where you don't make them feel like that they're losing. They feel like, no, you're struggling, but I got you. So you want to keep them in that zone. You know, when you play with a cat, if you play with a cat and you have a tassel ribbon toy and you're waving at the cat, if it's too close to them, they'll get it and they won't let go, so the game's over. If it's too far from them, or if you're too fast, then they're like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. They're gonna trick me. This is stupid, right? So it has to be just the right distance that they're like, look at that thing, I'm gonna get it right now. You want to incite that sort of intention in them, and you don't want them to feel like it's gone away, because it's like right here, and you try to grab it, right? And well, you know it's gone. It's way over there, right? So you want to be like this, right? The best example, if you've seen those have you seen those Turkish ice cream vendors?
Oh my God, yes.
Right? They got the ice cream. Take the ice cream, and you're like, oh, I'm about to get it. I'm going to get the ice cream. I'm going to eat this ice cream and show you how stupid you are. So they're the masters of this that I've seen in social media history in recent times. If you pull it too far away, they're like, this is stupid. I'm leaving, right? So it's got to be like, you want them to feel like that they can outsmart you, that they can get you, but they're not going to. So that's a sweet spot. Does that make sense? This is the same case for counter hitting. When you dodge blows, you don't want to get so far away that they know that it's we're going to be resetting. You want them to feel like they almost got you. If they just lean a little bit further, reach a little bit further, they'll get you, and that's when they'll open themselves up for a counter. So what I want to do, you're holding on to me, is I want to set you up for some kind of takedown like this, but you're going to pin me down. You won't let me get there. If I pull you towards me, you're going to keep your balance. You won't let me get there. So he's resisting either my pull or my push, right? So I want to get just a little bit. See, I got it. So if I call again, if I would go like this, see, you've let go. No, this is no good. So you don't want to twist them so far that they realize this is game over, right? And so I just want to see here. I got him. He may or may not realize he preventing from coming close. He's not letting me pull him, right? But I messed up. So that one I actually went too far. So see, this is about right. So there, he was still holding on, still struggling a little bit, but I started to uproot you and get into position. So does that make sense?
Yes.
So you try it for a second. So you're gonna sit up and step through and sweep me. Go ahead and just do that for a second. Yeah, like that, right? And see how little you could engage my fascia while still connecting down to my feet. Yeah, so just a little bit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually very good. Now do a big motion.
Oh, like a exaggerated motion?
Like a big motion of coming around and you're trying to re-grab my hand or something
Okay.
like that. See, if it's too
right.
obvious and I know that's no good, I'm just gonna re-grab your hand. So if I'm really being your opponent, I'm not gonna let you get away with that, right? So try it more subtly. Yeah, like that. So that one I felt like if I just firm up a little bit, I could stop him. But if you got my fascia, go ahead, then I won't be true. I'm losing my balance. And now guide me towards there instead of push me away, so you can get close to me. Yeah. Almost. Okay. Yeah, like that. So
Okay.
now you could just put your foot there and you can complete your throw. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how you find the sweet spot where you make them feel like they just have to go a little bit harder and they can shut you down. But they go a little bit harder, they're actually falling deeper into your trap, into your control. So that's how the
Very cool.
All right. Thanks for helping me illustrate that.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy your practice.